All right, hello guys. Welcome to day two. Welcome everybody. I'm so excited. If you're excited being on today's call, please let me see you type on the chat box. Who is ready? Who is ready for another round? Who is ready for another round? Tell all your friends, tell your prospects, tell everybody that we are live. Okay, I can see a lot of people saying, I'm ready. Wow, powerful. All right, so let's get straight to what we have for today. Yesterday, we said we talked about cryptocurrencies, we talked about market cycles, and we explained a few other things. And I believe a lot of people, Peter James said, I've been ready since 2 hours ago. Wow, amazing. All right, welcome everyone. Victor Fred, welcome. Akintunde, Nchedo Jacinta, Nelson Agbona, ISO Izeo, Greg Chibuzo, Fadeke Iwajomo, Peter James, Abimbola Akoni, Nwani, Stephen. Stephen Nwani, your audio is, if you're not hearing me, it means your audio is not good. Please try and check it out. You're the only person not hearing me, Nwani. Nwani, you're the only person not hearing me. All right, without further ado, let's get straight into what we have for today. Today we are going to be looking at just a minute, so I need to clear up some things. Okay, loud and clear, beautiful. Thank you very much, Nelson. Okay, so let's get straight to business. We are going to be looking at, we'll be taking up from where we stopped yesterday. And today we are going to be talking about smart contracts. Then I'll talk about the second cycle of the Million Money Project before we now finally look at the Ethereum bull run. All right, so wow, let's go. Let's get ready for this. Smart contract. As usual, I'm going to pull up some stuff about smart contracts. Let's go to the Ethereum blockchain. Just a minute. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we are going to be using the Ethereum blockchain today to look at smart contracts. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people just hear smart contract. And since the advent of the Million Money Project, we have seen a lot of other smart contracts that have come up, right? A lot of other smart contracts have come up, and a lot of people don't even understand how they work. A lot of people just think, just because a project is on the smart contract doesn't mean it cannot be a scam, and doesn't mean it is a scam, right? The first thing we need to ask is, what is a smart contract? Now, before we look at what a smart contract is, we simply need to understand what is a normal contract. What is a contract? And we might have heard of the word smart. We have heard of smart homes. We have heard of smartphones. We have heard of, so majorly the word smart is always, is almost with us right now. We have smartphones, we have smart homes, we have smart TVs. So it only makes sense for us to have a smart contract, right? It only makes sense that we have a smart contract. But however, what is the essence of having a smart contract? What is the whole smart contract idea about? And how can you enjoy it? Okay, so I'm going to pull up something. First of all, let's look at Wikipedia's definition of a smart contract. Now, the whole essence of doing this research, of doing this and you watching me do this, is so you understand exactly what I'm talking about and where I am going to. Now, we say from Wikipedia, Wikipedia said that a smart contract is a computer program or a transaction protocol which is intended to automatically execute, control, or document legally relevant events according to the terms of a contract or an agreement. Now, let me put this in simple English. What is a smart contract? In a layman's language. Basically, I say, for us to understand what a smart contract is, let's go a little back. Let's go back a little. Right? Let's go back a little into what the smart contract is. That will give us an idea of what we are talking about. Now, excuse me. Okay, now the concept of smart contract has been before the advent of Bitcoin. A lot of people don't know this. Smart contract, the whole concept of the smart contract existed before even the advent, before the idea of Bitcoin came. A computer scientist called Nick Szabo. Nick Szabo. Let me spell it, right? Nick Szabo. Now, this guy, back in 1996, was able to come up with the idea of cryptocurrency, actually, and he called it BitGold. He had an idea that a coin was, or something was going to come out that was going to be digital gold, BitGold. Now, in that same proposal, he also outlined the concept of smart contract in his 1996 publication. In his 1996 publication, he also outlined that, right? So we need to understand. He coined the term smart contract over 20 years ago. So the word smart contract, the term smart contract, has existed for over 20 years. So it's not new. I mean, it's not new. However, what is a smart contract? I like to say that the smart contract is a computer protocol. First of all, that's the word smart. And the whole essence of it is to have, to digitally facilitate, verify, or enforce the negotiation or performance of a contract. That's the idea. Smart contracts allow the performance of credible transactions without a third party. Now, if we look at the normal scenario, the normal system, where you have a contract, you want to go into a business, then you sign a contract with, you sign a contract with, let's say, your business partner. You sign a contract with your business partner, and having signed that contract, that contract can only be enforced by a court of law, right? A third party must have to enforce that contract. It could be a lawyer, it could be the police, but there must be a third party. Now, however, we can have a situation where the third party has been compromised, because we can have a compromised third party, right? But with the advent of smart contract, it allows for credible transactions without a third party. Smart contract is a centerpiece and the main thrust of Ethereum blockchain. That's one of the reasons why it is very valuable, right? because it is the key. Now, a lot of people don't know that Ethereum is not the only coin, the only cryptocurrency that offers smart contracts, right? We are going to get there. Now, the smart contract is a powerful feature, and there are many variations of the smart contract prevalent in the blockchain right now. Excuse me. Now, the smart contract leverages, right, on the immutable recording and trust model of the blockchain. On the immutable recording and trust model. What does this mean? It means that a smart contract takes advantage on the fact that once anything has been appended on the blockchain, it cannot be deleted. It cannot be deleted, right? So this is what gives the smart contract a leverage, right? Since a smart contract is deployed on the blockchain, it is an immutable piece of code. And once it is deployed, it cannot be changed, right? It cannot be changed. Let me get water just a minute. All right, thank you guys. The weather has just been very funny. Okay, so back to what we are talking about. Now, it is going to be almost impossible to talk about smart contracts without talking about the blockchain. It is almost impossible. Now, what is the blockchain? What is the blockchain? Right, I'm not feeling myself right now. Okay, now what's the blockchain? A blockchain is simply a ledger, right? A ledger that contains data, right? Now, once these that are cryptographically connected, and once they have been, any data has been appended on this ledger, it becomes impossible. It becomes, I mean, absolutely impossible to, it becomes impossible for the ledger to be edited. It becomes impossible for the ledger to be edited. Now, I'm going to share a few things so you understand. So you understand some things right now. Just a minute. Okay. So you probably would have seen some of the materials I'm going to be sharing right now. But for those who have not, take your time, make sure you're taking notes. This is a training. This is not, we are not just here to watch and just, this is a training. Right? So let's take advantage, maximum advantage of everything going on, right? Okay, so talking about the blockchain, there are a few things that stand out in the blockchain, right? A few things stand out. And what are the things? What makes the blockchain, what makes it unique? What is the whole rave about the blockchain? Yesterday, we started talking about Bitcoin. Then we talked about Ethereum and all of it. But today, we are looking at the blockchain. Now, what is so important about the blockchain? Why is it so overrated? I'm going to share 5 properties of the blockchain. 5 properties of the blockchain and why a lot of people talk about it, why it is useful in our present day and age. Right? So the first thing we need to understand is transparency. Transparency. The transparency of the blockchain makes it amazing, makes it awesome, right? It makes it awesome. Let me stop this. Oh, I wasn't recording. So sorry. Okay, I started recording. Just a minute. Okay. So the transparency of the blockchain makes it one of a kind, right? One of a kind. Now, let me pull out something here. Now, we always say that a blockchain is a decentralized, distributed ledger technology that allows data to be stored globally on millions of servers. Now, when you hear the word decentralized, what we are talking about is this data does not exist on one system. The data does not exist on one system, but on multiple systems, millions of systems that are used as servers, right? So what we need to understand here is that it is a type of database where the transaction is stored in blocks. That's why you hear the word blockchain. The transactions are stored in blocks, and these blocks are linked by cryptographic code. Now, that cryptographic code is what gives it that layer of security. And once a transaction has been appended, it becomes immutable. It becomes absolutely immutable. Now, what are the features of the blockchain, right? What are the features of the blockchain? One of the first features you need to understand is the transparency, like I was talking about. Then the second feature of the blockchain is immutability. I'm going to be a little fast so we can cover up a lot of things. I'm just looking at my slide and I'm seeing that I have quite a lot of things to cover. Now, the next thing is security. You understand the word immutability. Immutability means once you append a transaction there, it cannot be edited. Just the same way when you are writing on your textbook, when you're writing on your notebook, rather, you cannot, if you make a mistake, you can cancel. If you're using your pencil, you can erase, right? But with the blockchain, you cannot edit it, which is one powerful feature of the Million Money Project, right? Because once anybody comes in, whether you like the person or you don't, you can't take the person out of the network. I've had a lot of people call me to tell me, I brought in someone and the guy is not doing anything. I mean, I want to remove him. It's absolutely impossible. You cannot remove anybody. Why? That is a feature of the blockchain. This is what makes the Million Money Project more more secured than any other matrix project that existed before it. Right? Because the truth is, Million Money is the first matrix project that was put on the blockchain. The first. Every other matrix project you saw afterwards are just copies. And like I said, when I talked in our yesterday's meeting, in our yesterday's class, I said in the day one that anytime there is a bull run, whenever you find an original, you always find a fake. Anytime there's a bull run, you would always notice that so many other things, so many other programs are going to come around to scam you of your money. So be very mindful and very careful when you hear smart contract this, smart contract that, smart contract this. The fact that something is smart contract, we are going to go deep. Let me just round up on the blockchain, right? So for the blockchain, I've talked about transparency, I've talked about immutability, I've talked about security, right? There's nobody that has access to your wallet except you misplace or you lose that access. Now, when we looked at, let's go over here. Let's go over to the, when we looked at the blockchain, right? When we considered coin market cap, we saw that we have about 20, how many million now? Let me get the right number so I don't, yeah. Okay, we saw that we have about 18.4 million Bitcoin in circulation. Now, this is just a figure based on the mathematics on the blockchain. However, we have less than 16 million Bitcoin in circulation. And why do I say that? At the beginning, at the initial stage of the crypto boom, a lot of people that had Bitcoins stored their Bitcoins on their laptops, on their flash drive, on their hard disk, and all of that. And once you lose access to it, it is gone. So over 2 million Bitcoins, the owners have lost access to it. You would find them on the blockchain, they will remain there forever. So in the real sense, we have about 16 million plus in circulation. 2 million have the owners have lost access to it. I see no persons who have lost access to their wallet. And some of you may also know a few persons that have lost access to maybe they lost their phone, or I had a downline, I lost the downline. One of my downline passed on, and if his wallet is still there, there are still a lot of Ethereum inside, but nobody has access to it. Why? Because he went on with the whole passphrase and all of that. So this will go to show you that when it comes to security, the blockchain offers one of the best. All right. Now, the next feature is of the blockchain is the fact that it is decentralized. It is decentralized. And what do I mean by decentralized? It simply means that it is not on only one system. There are multiple. Okay, let's try and see if we can find that here. Right? Let's find that here. Let's find that on the blockchain, so you understand exactly what I am talking about. Just a minute. We're on the Ethereum blockchain. And mind you, if it's also very nice if you can download the Ethereum Mist wallet. Ethereum Mist wallet, it will really help you. Okay, let me explain this with this, right? If you look closely at what we have here, you're going to find out that under this latest blocks, we have, beautiful, this is exactly what I wanted to show. Now, under the latest, this is the block. In this block, we have 203 transactions. I believe my screen is shared, right? If you can see my screen, please, let me see it on the chat box, please. If you can see my screen, if you can see the block, just type I see, I see, I see. All right, thank you very much. Now, from here, let's look at this critically. You will see the block. You will see the age of the block. You will see the transactions. You will see the miner who mined this transaction. You see how much gas was used, and you see the reward that was given to the miner. Now, I'm going to use this to explain blockchain before we go into smart contracts. Now, like I said, remember I said a blockchain is a series of transactions that have been put together in a block. A block made of transactions that is linked cryptographically with each other. And once a transaction has been appended, it cannot be edited. So let's look at this. The number of blocks that we can see here is from, this block is 10, that's about 10,563,113 block. This is the 10,563,113th block, right? So altogether, how many blocks do we have in the Ethereum blockchain? We have about 10,563,114 blocks. Every transaction you do on the blockchain will stay here forever, right? It will stay here forever. Now, in the last block that we just saw, the 10,563,113, we have about 203 transactions here. So remember I said a block is made up of transactions. A lot of transactions are on a block. Now, there's 203 transactions here. There's 197 transactions here. There's 175 transactions here. There's 124 transactions here. Like that, the transactions just keep going on each block. Now, these miners are the ones who dedicate their resources, their computers, their mining machines. They dedicate their resources to help confirm. Anytime you do a transaction, let me show you something. Let's see. Let's look at the transactions in this particular block. Okay. All right, these are the transactions in this block. Now, for these transactions to go, it has to be confirmed. And what is going to confirm them? These are networks. That is where we come, that's where we talk about the decentralized system. We have a lot of computers connected to the Ethereum blockchain, and this is what does the confirmation. If you pick a transaction, like this is the transaction hash of this transaction, we can see that this transaction, the timestamp is 4 minutes ago, and it has about 17 block confirmations. Now, what is the 17 block confirmation? What does it mean? It means that over 17 points on the network, 17 systems, 17 miners now, as the case may be, is called node, N-O-D-E, node. So over 17 nodes have confirmed this transaction. And that is because it's pretty recent. So if we go back to maybe an old transaction, okay, let me change the block. Let me take it to about maybe block 1 million. Right, 1 million. Okay. Now, block 1 million was, this is it, Poloniex, 1,628 days ago. Let's look at the transaction hash. Now, this is exactly what I want to show you. How many block transactions, how many confirmations can you see here? 9,563,133 block confirmations. This is to tell you how heavy the blockchain is. That means we have about 9,563,000 computers, nodes, mining machines connected to the Ethereum blockchain. So imagine if you want to hack the Ethereum network, you would have to hack all of this system, or at least half of it, is called 51% attack. If you want to attack the blockchain, you have to attack at the same time at least 51% of the computers, or of the network, of the computers connected to the network. This is why when you hear that hacking the blockchain is impossible, it doesn't mean you can't try it. It doesn't mean you can't attempt it. But the chances of hacking about 4.2 million computers, powerful mining machines, in less than 10 minutes is zero. That's the truth. Because if you succeed in hacking one or two, the rest are going to correct it. So this is the power of the blockchain, right? So having said that, let's continue what we're talking about, the smart contract. Now, I said Bitcoin blockchain is primarily meant for transferring digital currencies. But the idea of Ethereum is, in fact, I was reading a paper today and I saw that experts were saying Ethereum may most likely topple Bitcoin for the first place. And why that is that's actually a school of thought. However, one of the major reasons why people say this is because of the smart contract support, right? So what are the advantages of the smart contract? It allows for user-defined operations. User-defined operations. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and the rest, they enable transfer of value, right? Without any intermediary. However, if you want to give somebody a product, if you want to buy something from somebody, if you want to review a driver's license, if you want to send flowers to somebody, you cannot do that on the Bitcoin network. That is where the smart contract comes in play. So smart contract facilitates transactions for the transfer of assets other than value of cryptocurrency. So what that means is you can write a smart contract that will transfer your house title deeds from one person to another. So once you have something like that, this eliminates the whole idea of somebody sold their father's land or sold your father's house without. There is presently over 1,000 cases of multiple buyers of a property, and all of them have the same C of O, the same original papers. Now the question is, how did it happen? With the advent of the blockchain and smart contracts, you can take all these out of the picture, right? All these can be taken out of the picture completely. So what do I mean? Smart contract allows specification of rules for the operation of the blockchain and all of that. So let's go away from the whole smart contract stuff, and let me explain something before we move to the next level, right? A smart contract is a code. Now, in this code, okay, let me give you an instance, right? We can have a smart contract that is on the blockchain where you can impute a function inside it. Okay, take for instance, we have a voting smart contract. A smart contract that will enable users vote, right? Now, the function you're going to have on that smart contract will be, the first function will be validate the voter, right? Validate the voter, then the person will vote, then the smart contract will count, then it will declare the winner. That's a smart contract. Imagine we had something like that in our elections. You don't need youth corpers to validate or swipe any detail. And you cannot, as a matter of fact, one of the major advantages of the blockchain is that it disables double spending. It disables double spending completely. What that means is that you cannot carry out a particular transaction with the same money twice. So let me explain that in the case of this voting. if you take out your voter's card, for instance, you can vote in one place and run to another place and maliciously somehow vote again. It happened in the previous election in Nigeria. So if we look at that, with the blockchain, once your vote is validated, once your ID is validated, it is validated, you cannot use it anywhere in the world again. That's the beauty, right? Now, once you validate the vote, the voter, the person vote, it counts, and the winner is declared. Now, this is the code. That's the contract. When you put it on a smart contract, the computer will enforce this. Meaning that I can put in the smart contract code, I can decide to cheat from the contract code. So the fact that a project is on a smart contract, if you have not gone through the smart contract, don't be so certain. Now, there's a particular project that came up and it was on a smart contract, but within the smart contract code, there is an instruction to self-destruct. Yes, there's an instruction to self-destruct, and upon self-destruction, the funds will be moved to a particular wallet. So you come into this project as one of all those projects that you are seeing, and one of all these new projects, and you are happy, man, this is a smart contract can never fail, and this one, and that one, and that one, yes, right? But you can get into a smart contract that has been programmed to self-destruct, maybe after 1 year, or after 10 months, or maybe after 100,000 transactions, or maybe after 10,000 transactions. It is only a function in the smart contract. So the smart contract is very, 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 very immune to any third-party interference. However, you must look at the content of the contract to ensure that there is no way out. There is no leakage. This is one of the reasons why I love the Million Money Project, right? Because of the fact that as transparent, the Million Money Project is so transparent that even the person that wrote the code does not have any ability, to alter any function of the Million Money. Right? Like I said tomorrow I'm going to be revealing the owner of the Million Money Project. I'm sure a lot of people are still interested and excited. Okay, so basically, the fact that a project is on the smart contract doesn't mean it is or it cannot be malicious, right? It could contain some wrong codes, like I've shared with you. All right, so having known this, how does all this apply to the Million Money Project? Why I'm taking time to do a thorough foundation, to lay a thorough foundation, is so we understand that what we are getting into is not just one of those scams. I was talking to a friend a few days ago, and she said to me, how's your Million Money doing? I said, very great. And she said, I said, why are you not a part of it? She said, I'm not part of all those you people scam. And I was actually surprised, because before you call something a scam, please make sure you do your due diligence, right? Make sure you do your due diligence. Understand what is being talked about. Now, we are gradually moving into Million Money right now. Now, Million Money is divided into 4 major aspects. That's what I do. That was how I define Million Money. I break Million Money down into 4 major aspects. Now, okay, let me throw something open. If you know the 4 aspects, I want to just talk about, please let me see you drop it in the chat box. If you know any one of it, let me know. Those that have been following me and those that have been listening to the videos and not just watching pictures. Let me see you put it on the chat box. If you know any of it. right? If you know any of it, okay? Let me see. Okay, someone has said blockchain and smart contract. Okay, somebody said networking. Okay, let's see. Let me know the people that have been following me. Transparency, crowdfunding. Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm getting a lot of ideas. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, please let me see you. Let me see it on the chat box. I usually break million money into 4 aspects. What are they? Now, this is a question for the old timers. This is a question for the old timers. Some of our new members may not know it, so I'm going to tell them now. But the old timers, let me see those that know it all. Nobody is saying anything. Blockchain, smart contracts, crowdfunding. Yeah, everybody got crowdfunding, right? Yeah. Okay, you got blockchain, right? You got smart contracts, right? What's the last one? Okay. All right. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It shows that a few persons have been following me. I'm sure some people are trying to do Expo. Okay, now I usually break million money into 4 aspects, right? And the whole essence of doing this breaking is so we understand it. Million money is first a crowdfunding project. I'll say it again. Million money is a crowdfunding project. First, you need to understand. Now, this is a crowdfunding project that is built on the blockchain, right? And it's a smart contract that helps you get Ethereum. Ethereum is the currency. Ethereum is the currency that the million money works with. So in the place of what do you call it now? The decentralized system that a lot of people are typing here, just put in Ethereum, right? So like I said, Million Money is a smart contract, a crowdfunding smart contract program that is on the blockchain that helps you get Ethereum. Once you understand these 4 aspects, you discover that there is no other, Million Money does not, there's nothing else you can use to define Million Money. Because once you say it's on the blockchain, decentralization is already a feature of the blockchain. Transparency is already a feature of the blockchain. Security is already a feature of the blockchain. So once you say that the Million Money is on the blockchain, you have given it. Okay, I mentioned 3. No, it's a crowdfunding project. Somebody said I mentioned 3. It's Million Money is a crowdfunding project, first of all. Secondly, it's a smart contract. And thirdly, the whole essence of the smart contract and the crowdfund is to help you get Ethereum. Ethereum is number 3. Then number 4, it is on the blockchain. It's on the blockchain, right? Why is it necessary to explain these 4 things? Because once we understand each and every of these 4 things individually, we would be able to understand better the Million Money project. Now, why did I say that there's going to be a second run, a second cycle of the Million Money project? Now, this is the reason. Remember, we talked about market cycles yesterday. And when we talked about market cycles, we said that every market has its cycle. Every market has its cycle. Every single market has its cycle. Let's do a random search and let's look at ID 100. This is the beauty of the blockchain, transparency. If you have anybody's ID, you can see what's in his wallet. Okay, so we go to partners. I'm going to show you guys something. So you understand that there is going the second cycle. Okay, now I picked an ID at random. I just picked 100. I've not opened this before now. What can you see here? Every account here is at 0. It's all expired. Every account here is at 0. That means all of those guys, the early birds, the first timers, the guys that came in early enough, all their accounts are expired. But the million money is still on. If you look down here, you still see meet the new member. So person receives 0.03. So person receives 0.05. Somebody just bought level 5. Somebody just bought level 3, and the rest of it. Now, let's log out here. We are getting into the part where we are talking about the second cycle of the million money. So you are going to understand what's happening right now. Like I said, your cycle, now just look at this. Level 1 expired. In fact, this person is not even in million money again, obviously, because all has expired. ID 1000 has expired. Okay, so let's go to ID 10,000. Right? Let's go to ID 10,000. All right. Now, what am I trying to show you? A phase has come. Most of these guys made money. Some of them did not make any money. And why? Look at this. This guy earned nothing. Why? He lost profit of 0.03. And I'm going to explain what happened. Let's go to partners. So, why did ID 10,000 not make any money? Why did ID 10,000 not make any money? I'm going to answer it. The minimum requirements to make money in the million money project is that you refer 2 persons, just 2. Now, ID 10,000 did not refer anybody until his account expired, which happened in 100 days. Now, but because he's already on the system, and some people like to register without a referral link, they just go to Million Money websites and they just register. Now, this is the disadvantage of doing that. ID 134,608, ID 134608, registered without a referral link. Long after ID 10,000 registered, and the system placed him randomly under ID 10,000. And at that point, ID 10,000 account had expired. So the only one profit ID 10,000 would have made, he actually lost it. Then this new guy came in and he went on to bring his 2 persons. But these 2 persons did not bring in anybody, and his business closed. Now, with how close these numbers are, 626, 633, I can tell you categorically that one person created these 3 accounts. So this young man just came randomly, maybe probably because he had some people talking about million money, and he just went to the website, bought some Ethereum, created the wallet, registered 3 accounts with the intention that he's going to get spillovers. Now, mind you, I did 10,000 got spillover, right? But the spillover came when his account had expired. ID 134,608 did not get any spillover, at least not yet. Now, the whole essence of showing all these expired accounts is to let you understand that the very first movers have come, right? Some made money, some did not make money. But the second cycle is starting. And why do I know the second cycle is starting? Because the Ethereum bull run just started. So there is going to be massive inflow. There's going to be massive inflow of people into the Million Money Project. The question is, on which side are you going to be? Are you going to have all your accounts expired like 00000? Now, if you watch closely at this small box that pops up here, look at all the people receiving donation. ID 646, welcome member 663, ID 661. All the guys receiving donations are the new guys. And if you have any idea what some of these new guys, the kind of vibe they are coming in with, you will know that we have not scratched anything. Look at the total number of participants in the Million Money Project, 663,527. Right? So the second bull run, the second Ethereum, the second Million Money cycle has just started. And a cycle doesn't just end with 100 days. Yes, it actually, your account expires if nothing is done in 100 days, right? After every 100 days, your account goes back to zero. If you want to still be active, you restore it, right? But let's look at this. How many persons do we have in Nigeria alone? Let's take out Africa, let's take out the US, let's take out Europe, let's take out. In Africa alone, we have about, in fact, in Nigeria alone, we have about 200 million persons. The total number of people in Million Money is not up to 1 million. We have not scratched 0.5% of Nigeria's population. We have not scratched 0.5% of Nigeria's population. How many people are on Facebook right now? 2 billion. Approximately 2 billion persons are on Facebook right now. Now, what does that mean? If we have 2 billion people and we have not gotten up to 1 million, we have not scratched 0.005%, 0.001% of Facebook users. So in case you see this number and say, Million Money don't close, you are joking. When any system starts, there are some people, the people that first believed in it, they come in, they make a lot of money, yes. But there are people that will follow after that. Those guys, they've learned from the mistakes that the first set of people made, and they are going to build on it. They will build on it and they will achieve far better success than what was previously seen. 3 days ago, we got a first level 6 upgrade in our team. Level 6. A newcomer, his ID is about 5 something. Got to level 6, 500 and something thousand. Yes, level 6. Right? So a lot of people, I get a lot of calls, I get a lot of messages. A lot of people are eyeing level 10. But when we started, we were comfortable at level 4, right? Some leaders were comfortable at level 3. Now, somebody is asking how we did it. It's simple. It's very simple. And I'm going to share that. You see, guys, for you to understand how to make money from million money, you must understand how million money works. It pains me to see people invest in million money and don't make anything out of it. It really pains me. I wish I could actually help. And that's one of the reasons why I do some of all these trainings. When you get into a system, study it. Study it. We have gotten to a point where another bull run. People are going to be, very soon, a lot of people will register when the price is almost at 10,000 naira, 12,000 naira, 15,000. People will still be registering. Just thank God the video is going to be online, so you would remember I said that. Because of the Ethereum bull run, in fact, because of the market bull run of the crypto space, right? Million money is going to have another surge that is going to be so massive. If you are not taking this serious, I can tell you, you are sitting on a gold mine. Stand up and start digging. Draw out a plan of how you are going to take advantage of this, right? Draw out a plan. How do I plan to take advantage of what's going on? Right? Now, before I bring this meeting to a close, because we are running out of time, let's look at the blockchain. I want to give credence to million money, because before you join any business, you must understand the business. They told you million money is a smart contract. In fact, we saw it on their website. We saw it on their website that million money is a smart contract, the best that man could come up with, blah, 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 blah. But what they said, is it true? Right? Is it a smart contract? Now, we are going to look at all this. Somebody asked me a question. He said, when a company claims it's a smart contract, how can you verify that? If a company or a project tells you it's a smart contract, all you need to do is ask for the smart contract address. Then check the smart contract address on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, this is Million Money website, and below it here, we can see oh, somebody just said, Joy. All right, somebody said they were told before they came in that they don't need anybody. Now, I believe you saw from ID 10,000 that you need people, right? You need people. This is the essence of being in these meetings. This is why people lose money. Guys, there is no free money in this world. I said yesterday, if you're not willing to spend your financial capital, you must be willing to spend your time. If you're not willing to spend your time, you must be willing to spend your social capital. But there is no free money. So you cannot just bring in 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 naira and expect to make $1 million without doing any work. I mean, does that not sound like a scam to you? Right? This is one of the reasons why it's very difficult for you to convince for most people to convince people to join Million Money. Because immediately you tell them, the first thing most people tell them is that, do you know that if you join Million Money now, If you join Million Money now with 10,000 naira or with 5,000 naira, you can make 100 million. A friend of mine that had not done her research approached me a few weeks ago and said, there's this program I want to tell you about. I think it was about 2-3 weeks. And I said, what's it? He said, Million Money. I said, tell me about it. I pretended completely like I know nothing about it. And when she finished talking to me, I was so disappointed. And I was disappointed in the fact that if this is what you are telling your downlines, people are going to lose money if they listen to you. And even if they don't listen to you, they are going to tell you what you just said is a lie. All right, so let's look at the smart contract so we don't get distracted. After this, I'm going to take questions. A lot of questions are already popping up. So after this, once I finish looking at the questions, we'll take questions. Looking at the smart contract, we'll take questions. Now, when you open this, now for those asking how can you refer people and all of that, remember I said in tomorrow's session, we'll be talking about how to 1000x your investment, how to do a 1000x on your ROI. That means if you came in with 5,000, how can you do 1,000 times 5,000? How can you hit 5 million? All right, so I'm going to be sharing that tomorrow. So for those of you that are on call, please make sure you are there tomorrow. Okay. So when you come to Million Money Project, you are going to see the smart contract. Once I click on the smart contract, it will take me to Ethereum blockchain, etherscan.io. Now, always watch out for this thing. Okay, so let's watch this clearly. I clicked on the link from the Ethereum blockchain, right? And it took me from Million Money's website. I clicked on the link and it took me to EtherScan. But what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing an address. This is the contract address, right? This is a contract address. And if you look at it, it matches with what is here. It matches well with what is here. So that means so let me dig in. Million Money, this is the contract overview, right? That means this contract is owned by Million Money. Or rather, this is Million Money's smart contract. Okay, let's look at this. In the smart contract, we have about 1,212,843 transactions. 1,128 transactions. Let's see if now I'm finding disparities. I'm seeing total transaction 1,080,517, but here I'm seeing 1,128,843. Where is the problem coming from? Now, mind you, right? A lot of people have pending transactions. Now, on the Ethereum blockchain, whether the transaction is pending, whether the transaction failed, whether the transaction canceled, it will be recorded on the Ethereum blockchain. But on the Million Money website, the only thing that will be recorded are successful transactions. So right now, we are trying to say that over 1,080,000 transactions have been successful, both registration, upgrade, and all of that. This is the total transaction. And over 1,430 something people have registered in the past 24 hours. That means people are still coming in. Now, one thing we need to look at the contract balance, right? The contract balance shows that there is 0 Ethereum. That means None of your Ethereum is stored on the Million Money Network. None. Not even a dime is stored on the Million Money Network. Right? Not even a dime. Nothing is stored on the Million Money Network. So you can be rest assured that the project is not a scam. But is that enough? Yes, we know that monies are not stored on the balance of the contract. Well, let's look at the contract in itself. The contract source code is verified. The contract name is Million Money. Optimization is enabled. Compiler, this is the blah, blah, blah. All right, so we go deep into it. All right, so we look at this Million Money, blah, blah, blah. So if you have an eye, if you're a programmer, you can understand this, right? But for those of us that are not for those of you guys that are not programmers, it will be difficult to understand. But if you're a programmer, in fact, even if you're not a programmer, you can ask anybody that is a programmer, okay, explain this thing to me. Now look at this. Lost money for level. This is it. Get money for level. Prolong level, buy level, register level. All these have been defined. These are the events that can happen. Register, buy level, prolong your level. That's to extend your level, right? Then there's get money for level. Then there's lost money for level. All these are predefined levels. Now look here. Period length is 100 days. Referral level 1 is 2. All these have been stated in the smart contract. The owner of the wallet, user structure, owner wallet, blah, blah. Now look at this. These are all codes. Level 1, level 2, level 3. This is one of the reasons why you cannot just buy level 10. Before you buy level 1, before you buy level 2, your level 1 must be active. Right? Your level 1 must be active. So all these, if users this, go down. Now, if you scroll through this, you are going to see that everything here is transparent. This is the whole code. Right? So let's look for where we will see maybe self-destruct, or where we'll see a wallet address where the money will move to. We are still here. We are still here. We are still looking for. We are still looking for. So we have gotten to the end of the code. There is no place where the money will move out from. There is no way. Now, this is what it means by verifying a smart contract. This is how you verify a smart contract. Go to the smart contract code. It's open source. It was written with Solidity, which is like a programming language based on Ethereum or built on the Ethereum network, right? You can go through all of this. This is the contract creation code. This is everything you need. Now, this is the wallet. Oh, I said I was not going to get here till tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to, let me not, I'm so excited. So let me not just, because of the excitement, run into what I planned for tomorrow. So basically, guys, after seeing all of this, you should be able to know user address, view user referral, blah, 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 blah. This is basically how it works, right? Now, what does this mean? It means that even without this website, even if this website is dead, if this website is gone forever, right? If this website doesn't load tomorrow, if you send Ethereum to the contract address, it is going to register you in the Million Money with this same structure. The essence of the website is so you can have an overhead view. Apart from that, you really don't need the website. That is the advantage of smart contracts, right? So, to recap all I said earlier, I talked about the blockchain. We looked at smart contract. We talked about the blockchain. We talked about the features of the blockchain, the fact that it's immutable, the fact that it's transparent, the fact that it's secured, the fact that it is decentralized. We talked about all those. We also looked at smart contract, and we talked about the fact that the whole idea of smart contract has existed for over 20 years, right? Smart contract idea has existed long before the advent of Bitcoin. And we said you can have a smart contract code that is written to self-destruct. You can have a smart contract code that is written to transfer funds, maybe after 100 days or 200 days. The smart contract code here can also be written that after 100 days, every fund that comes into the wallet, that comes into the smart contract wallet, should move to a certain wallet. So that a project is a smart contract doesn't mean it cannot be a malicious contract. So you must always be aware of that. Then we looked at Million Money smart contract. We looked at Million Money smart contract. We looked at the smart contract code, right? We looked at some of the features of the blockchain and all of that. Then I also said that because of the fact that the bull run has started again, we are expecting another round of run from the Million Money project. That means everybody needs to buckle up. For those that have expired accounts, those are just former Million Money partners, right? Go and get your account active again. Start building again. Why? And you should be more motivated, because instead of the money you would have made last time, imagine that you started promoting Million Money at when it was about $100 or $150, and right now we are at $300. So what you thought was your profits then has doubled now. Your profit has doubled now. If you enjoy the past 7 months of Million Money, it means that what is coming is even crazier than what you've seen, right? So the second cycle of the bull run for Million Money has started. I also went on to explain the 4 features of the Million Money project, the fact that it's a project that helps you gather Ethereum, and the fact that it's a crowdfunding program, and it's a smart contract, and it's also on the blockchain. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into details about explaining what the Million Money program is about, right? I'm going to go into details explaining that. And also tomorrow, we are going to be looking at who the owner of Million Money is, why you should get started, how to get started, and how to register is it how to register? Should I call it how to register? How to convince your downline, or how to do your presentation. Do you reactivate your expired account with fresh payment? Yes, of course. Wow, I'm out of time. But let me just quickly take the questions. We need strategies to tell people about Million Money. Yes, we are going to be looking at that tomorrow when we are looking at the 1000x strategy. We'll be looking at strategies to let people know, right? Okay, if you have any question, please do well to type it in the comment section, both on YouTube and on Facebook. If you gained any value so far, please let me see you type in the chat box, made sense. Made sense. If you gained value, let me see you type in the chat box, made sense. All right. Okay. Joey Pato said made sense. No, easy. Thank you so much. How can one recover his lost 12-word phrase? Oh, now, if the person has not lost his or her phone, right? The person, the person should go back to his phone, open the phone, click on the settings, the setting icon. When you click on the setting icon, it opens up your wallet. Now, once you get to that point, click on the three dots at the side of the wallet if you're using Trust Wallet, right? Click on the three dots. You're going to see, it's going to open the menu options. Then you will see show recovery code. Show recovery code. Now, once you see that, by all means, you copy it out. But if you have lost access to both the phone and the password and the 12-word recovery phrase, your coins is going to join the list of coins I talked about earlier that will remain on the blockchain forever without anybody accessing them. So basically, I believe if you still have access to the phone, go and save it again. This goes to everybody. If you don't have your 12-word phrase written down, please go and write it down now. Follow the same procedures I just explained. Do you reactivate your expired level with fresh payments? Yes, of course, but you are only expected to make one payment, which is 0.03, right? And once you make 0.03, you're not supposed to have any other issues, right? You're not supposed to have any issues again. All right, making sense. Peter James said, make too much sense. ISO said, made a lot of sense. Nchedo said, made over sense. Oh, the banks. Oh, sorry about that. He said, made sense, but presentation is poor. So sorry. So sorry. I'm actually under the weather. I was trying to avoid today's meeting, but I already had an appointment with you guys, and there was no way. If you watch, I was very uncomfortable, and I still had to go get water. So I'm really sorry about the poor presentation, the banks. Really, really sorry. But I hope you gained value, right? I hope you gained value. Nchedo Jacinta, all right, okay. He restored his phone and lost his wallet. Wow. That's a serious matter. Please, what's the meaning of gas price and what's the minimum Ethereum one should have before registration is effected? Okay, I think I did a video on that. I did a video on that explaining in details, right? So check through my YouTube page, right? Look for the video where I said what what nobody tells you about Million Money. What nobody tells you about Million Money. Please look at that. I explained all the whole idea of gas price and what happens with transaction fee going up and all of that. So I'm sure if you look at that, you would get better understanding. How do I lose profit when my legs are not complete? It's also in that video. Please, I think the answer to this question is in a video titled what no one is telling you about Million Money. So watch that, take your time. As a matter of fact, I would recommend that you take your time and go through some of the videos on my YouTube channel. They have made, I've done a lot of explanations and breaking down of some of these questions that are being asked. So do well to go through those videos. Most people run away when we mention it's a referral system. What can be done? All right, tomorrow I'm going to give solution to this question. Please make sure you bring it up. Please just give me a brief talk. How do I lose profits? You lose profits basically when you are at a level and your upline wants to get to a higher level. Okay, let me break this down. If you're in level 3 and someone in your fourth line wants to upgrade to level 4, ideally he's supposed to pay you, but because you are not at level 4, the money is going to skip you. Right? So that's what it means by losing level. Now we are going as a crowd. What happens when some are not proactive? Very simple. When somebody is not proactive, the money that was supposed to go to him will go to whoever he was supposed to pay. So for every inactive person in your group, you get more money. However, it will make sense that your people are active. And how do you get them active? When you're coming for webinars like this, when you see a program like this, when you see a webinar like this, make sure you bring them in, invite them, send them here too, right? By doing that, you're going to put some fire in your team. All right. Okay, so basically that is how it is, guys. That's how it is. Do we still have questions? Do we still have questions? Keep the questions coming. All right, let's go to YouTube and see what's happening. Joy Ewuru said made sense. Adekule said made a lot of sense. Monday Asian said insightful. Oluwaseun said make more sense. Thank you very much. Abimbola is asking from Zoom, when the 100-day cycle expires and you are not at the last level, what happens? Now, the 100-day cycle is for each level, right? 100-day cycle is for each level. So you are expected to renew the level once it expires. Now, let me tell you why it's very important you renew your levels. If you're at level 3, for instance, and your level 1 expires, you cannot upgrade to level 4 until you restore level 1. So if you have any expired level, you cannot upgrade to a higher level. We just saw that in the smart contract code. All right, do we still have questions? Okay, so I believe there are no more questions. I'm really, really tired right now. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this call. Okay, Victor Fred said, please wait. Okay, while I'm waiting, right? Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this call. Drop your question if you have a question, Victor Fred, and if I still have time, I would oblige. How do you restore the wallet? Once you go, if you have an expired wallet, once you log in, you're going to see restore. You just click restore, make sure your account is funded, and you're good to go. It's simple. Thank you, Isa. Oh, thank you so much. You said thank you for facilitating the session even when you're feeling unwell. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. As a matter of fact, I started feeling very unwell yesterday, and I was thinking of actually canceling the bootcamp or moving it to another day, but I just thought of I went to the registration forms, and I saw about 100 and something persons have registered, and I just thought I couldn't disappoint you guys. What's his name? What's his name? I think that was D Banks. The Banks. Sorry for not meeting up to your expectation, right? Sorry for not meeting up. I promise to do better tomorrow, right? Okay, can you explain this again? If you move to the next level, does it mean the previous level you just left can expire? No, it can't expire. Do not allow any of your levels expire. That's the whole major idea. Okay, can I have your Zoom ID? Thanks. Monday ACN on YouTube. The form you filled, the Zoom ID is there. The Zoom ID is there. The Zoom ID is there. Please take note. The Zoom ID is on the form you filled, right? And if you did not get it, please feel free to send me an email that you registered and you did not copy out the ID. Then I would send it to you. But I must confirm that you registered. If my level 1 expires, how much do you use to register it? It's still 0.03, nothing more, right? Nothing more. If you move to the next level, does it mean it? No, it must. All right, so I believe we've taken all the questions we can take, right? I need to go and rest, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Now, what are we going to be talking about tomorrow? A quick recap. I'm going to be exposing the real owner of Million Money tomorrow. I would expose him. I would expose him or her. Right? So try and make it a date with me tomorrow. How do you get started with Million Money? Why you should get started. Now, how you will succeed in million money. I'm going to be explaining it in the strategy session. We are going to have a strategy session after I'm done talking about the owners of million money, how to get started, why you should get started. We are going to be talking about we are going to have a strategy session, and there is going to be very interactive. You share all your issues, whatever it is you're going through, as regards registering your prospect, and by God's grace, we'll be able to provide solutions and better ways to get that sorted out. Peter James said, receive strength in Jesus' name. Oh, thank you so much. Amen. 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 All right. I think at this note, I registered but did not copy out the ID. So chat me up privately. Joy Ewurum, chat me up. Does it mean we must renew each level? Yeah, if you must keep earning from each level, make sure you renew it. But as much as possible, try to make sure you are not bringing money out of your pockets, right? You should only bring in a one-time fee of that 0.03 initially, right? Any other thing? Do you need ETH to renew? Of course. Godfrey, please watch the video. Does it mean that we must get to level 5 within 100 days? No, it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean. It doesn't mean at all, right? It doesn't mean. As a matter of fact, I got to level 5 exactly after 100 days. Exactly 100 days. That's when I attained my level 5. And I have about a good number of accounts. Tomorrow, I'm going to be revealing a whole lot of stuff. Make sure you make it a date with me. And tomorrow is the grand finale. So please make sure the room is going to be opened 15 minutes before time. We'll open the room 15 minutes before time. So once it's 9, we shoot immediately, right? So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Most people run away when we mention is a referral system. We are going to talk about that tomorrow. Free Face saying that on YouTube. Okay, does the 100 days counting start at registration? Yes, absolutely. What level are you on? ISO is asking. Okay, I have about 17 accounts. 1 is on level 5, 8 is on level 4, the rest are on level 3. I have 1 on level 1, 2 level 2. I hope that answers your question. I put my money where my mouth is. And mind you, I started with just 1 account, 0.03. You say, wow. Yeah, 17 accounts. Yeah, 17. Don't worry, we'll talk about strategy tomorrow. We'll talk about strategy tomorrow. And I'm sure you're going to be blown. I'm going to blow your mind tomorrow. I'm going to blow your mind tomorrow. So I need to have enough rest today. So I will not disappoint the banks and every other person that has been following me, right? I wasn't feeling myself at the beginning of this, right? So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, please, if you have not subscribed on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I need to make sure at the close of tomorrow's meeting, we hit 3,000 subscribers. I need 3,000 subscribers. I need less than 30 subscribers to hit 3,000. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do it now. Please, now. Just for those of you on Zoom, right? I've dropped my. Haha, thank you so much, Godfrey. Say I love your vibes. I just got a new mentor. It will be my pleasure, sir. It will be my pleasure. All right, for those of you guys on Zoom, I just dropped my YouTube link. Go and subscribe. Can we hit 3,000 before morning? Yeah, sure. Can I chat you on WhatsApp? Yes, so why not? If you want to hit me on WhatsApp, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number. Please feel free. That's my WhatsApp number. If you're not in Nigeria, you know you have to add +234 in front of it. Okay, so please, guys, do me this favor. Just one favor. I want to make sure we hit Please, your name. I'm Silas Umekwe. I'm Silas Umekwe. Yeah, let me put that down. Oops, I sent that privately. Okay, so save my number, send me a message, introduce yourself, and I will save your number so we can continue our correspondence from there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. And thank you for trusting me and giving me your time. Not everyone would. A lot of people started. We started this webinar with, okay, we are still averaging 20 something out of 120. In fact, let me even see how many registered people we have. Okay, so we are working with Pareto's principle. Tomorrow's strategy session is going to be amazing. I'm going to blow your mind. Let God keep us alive. I'm going to blow your mind. Make sure you don't miss it for anything. If you have your downlines, if you have any prospects, bring them in tomorrow. Tomorrow, all we are going to be talking about, we are not talking about blockchain, we are not talking about anything. We are talking about million money. How you can achieve success with million money. Right? I'm going to be giving another level. It's going to be at another level. So guys, make sure you make it a date with us tomorrow. And God's willing, we are going to make good money. Thank you so much once again. And until I come your way again, I still remain Crypto Silas Umekwe. Now, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I can't see your number. Okay. For those on YouTube, let me drop it. My number dropped. Yeah, my number has been dropped. Odekunle, my WhatsApp number, it's on YouTube right now. Oluwaseun, you can see my WhatsApp number. Samson Daniel, my WhatsApp number. Okay, I've dropped my WhatsApp number for those of you guys on YouTube. Please, by all means, feel free to chat me up. Thank you so much, guys. On this note, we bring this meeting to a close. All right, so everybody that came in, thank you so much. Godfrey Osho, Iso Ize O, Juliet Nnamani, Tommy Adeoti, Tedo Collins, Peter James, Adebola, Joey Paito, Paul Ogbechi, Jimat, Orim, Esther Dibal, Abimbola Akoni, and Nelson Agbona. Then D Banks. All right, thank you so much, guys. Till tomorrow, have a wonderful night.